Nick Burge. He's got himself a 1-3 record thus far, but he's coming off of his first win. Actually got a TKO on punches there. Pretty good in the first round.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this one. Ethan is a very skilled kickboxer from standing right in front of him quite a few times. And I've stood in front of Nick as well, man, so the crowd better keep their eyes peeled to this one.
Absolutely. He's going up against an incredible opponent, a guy that we've seen here multiple times on the ECC card. We'll get to him in a second, but Nick Burge over there was another one of those stoic guys. He's not big on the media. It seems to me that I keep saying that these guys aren't big on the media, but I have to, because we definitely have guys who love the camera, love the limelight. I'm going to be interested because I can't remember if I've seen him before. I don't think I've ever seen a fight with him.
Man, I haven't seen him in a live competition, but like I said, I've done some rounds with him. He's a tough guy, man. He's gonna come here and give it a good fight. The only thing is Ethan is definitely gonna have the speed and the height advantage. So let's see how he overcomes that.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponents. Making his way out of the red corner, this is Ethan Weaver.
Here comes the big dog and a crowd favorite, Ethan Weaver. Got himself a 2-4 record right now as it sits, but he's on a tear. And just his general fights, he's 3 wins in his last 3 fights. 2 by unanimous decision, 1 via the guillotine.
Yeah, man, so Ethan, cool story about him, man. So he actually fought for ECC. I can't remember who he lost to, but he moved down from Houston after that, and he started training in Mobile, man, knew he wanted to take this thing serious, and ever since then, he's trying to right a lot of wrongs on his record, and man, I know the record, for a fact, doesn't reflect the skill set that Ethan has.
What that does reflect is something that you said earlier on, that the fighting down here is getting a lot more serious. This is a great place to be and a lot of good competition. Obviously, he saw that and was able to move down here.
Yeah, man, the coast has always been a hotbed for just athletics in general, but the MMA game is definitely starting to grow, man. Mississippi kind of put the South on the map, and we have quite a few guys in Alabama as well, but this younger generation has us excited, man.
Yeah, and the last time we saw Ethan was back in November. King of the Coast 3 wasn't part of the Tough Man boxing, but did give us a little showcase of the kickboxing game, which, of course, he won. And I will say, he is a guy who at least likes me. I think he likes me. Being on camera, I don't know, but he's always a friendly guy.
Yeah, man, he's super cool, laid-back guy, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is brought to you by our friends at Vandal Street Kitchen. This amateur kickboxing battle is set for 3 2-minute rounds in the Eminence Promotions 145-pound weight division. Introducing first, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage at a height of 5 feet, 6 inches tall, having weighed in at 143 pounds. He trains with Hunter MMA, and he fights out of the Iberville, Mississippi. They call him El Nino Blanco. This is Nick Burge. And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage tonight at a height of 6 feet tall, having weighed in at 145 pounds. He trains with Port City Combat Sports, and he fights out of Mobile, Alabama, by way of Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is El Espanto, Ethan Weaver.
Time for a good one, folks. Hope you don't need to use the bathroom. Hope you've got your snacks, because you don't want to leave your couch for a second. Again, we've got Nick Burge in the plain silver. We've got Ethan Weaver in the white and black.
Kick through, baby. Kick through. Go. Go, Nick. Set it up. Let's get that jab started.
Man, you can tell instantly the upgrade of skill set now. Guys way more composed, measuring their shots.
Take that range. Get in there.
A little bit better footwork.
Right there.
Weaver's getting eat up by a couple of these combinations here.
Stay on it, Nick.
And looks like Nick came to box, which is good on him, considering he has the range disadvantage. But Ethan's going to have to use some long-range strikes to keep him off of him.
If you get that close,
'Cause right now, he's letting loose.
Yep, and if he throws some powerful kicks, it's not outside of himself to do that. It's a normal, everyday facet of his game.
Come on, Nick. Circle, baby. Go. Pressure, Nick. Pressure. You're waiting too long. Let's go, baby.
Ethan Weaver setting up southpaw.
Very good.
Kick to the head is checked.
Yeah, he has a few openings from the southpaw stance. Nick's doing good charging forward, man. Giving the judges a lot of action.
Jab, jab, two in the body.
There's that footwork I was talking about a second ago. A lot of stance changes from Weaver. Comfortable from both sides.
Yeah, man, Ethan's very crafty, super relaxed in this type of fight.
Yes.
Head kick.
Fire back.
I like to see him double it up to that side, finish up that high kick. Let's finish with a punch as well, the same side.
Might see it going a little bit deep here. I don't think he wants to throw out all his tricks yet. There it is.
Nice.
Kick lands on the body.
There we go.
10 seconds left in this round. Burge opening up with a kick there at the end. And very good, very even round, I would say. These guys are not literally professional, but very professional atmosphere about them. Very
they're
calm, collected.
very relaxed, man. That's going to be a hard round for the judges to score, in my opinion, with Nick pushing forward. He threw a lot of shots. Nothing really landed clean, but it really just depends on what the judges saw. Then from Ethan's perspective, man, he was nice and smooth, great footwork, picked his shots well. So we'll see who continues to make those adjustments and apply the pressure.
One of my favorite things that goes on outside the cage when it comes to combat sports is nicknames. We got some pretty good nicknames in front of us right now. Obviously, Ethan Weaver, El Esparto. Nick Burge, El Nino Blanco, for those of you who don't know rudimentary Spanish.
That's me.
That's Ethan Weaver, the Spartan, and Nick Burge, the white boy.
I'm glad that you broke that down for us, because if you'd have asked me to give you that definition, the translation.
We're round into this. Neither of the two worse for wear, but they meet in the middle to do battle.
Stay out in circle.
Ethan's back in that southpaw stance, man, looking to beat up the rear hand of Nick.
Circle to your left, Nick. Circle.
And when he gets into that southpaw, it looks like he's a lot more comfortable throwing kicks there.
Get in space. Circle. Get out or clinch. Right there. There you go. Hold it down.
Great knees from the clinch.
Ethan able to reverse it a little bit, put Burge on the ropes, but vicious moving forward.
Good job. A lot of action, a lot of punches by Nick, but I hate to say none of them landed clean.
Very good. Let's go. Keep it up. Clinch up. Looking good, Nick. Let's go, baby. Jab. Strong jab. Don't let him take that space. Take the range from him. Jab forward. Let's go. Strong jab. Forward, Nick. Let's go. Pressure, pressure.
Man, those shots landing to the rear arm of Nick may not look like much to the crowd, but it's going to slow those punches down.
Yep. Again, we see another flurry of blows there, but a good shell from Ethan Weaver and some good movement. None of them really strike cleanly.
Yeah, man, but the judges, that's going to start to leave an effect in their mind, because he's not responding back. He's kind of just standing there, moving. Good job firing back.
Fire, baby. And then come on, active feet. There you go. Keep using that long arm. Take the range. Push him forward.
Ethan's doing a good job now, managing the range a little bit better.
You got to pressure.
Burge ever pressing forward, so he has a chance to throw some strikes.
Big right hook to the body.
There it is, left-hand response from Weaver.
Yeah,
Finds the side there.
Oh, nice question mark kick. Kind of snuck up there. Nick had the hand up there, man, but you could tell he still felt it.
Again, flurries of combinations, nothing too clean. I did see some glancing blows there, but Ethan Weaver, El Esparto, obviously no worse for wear.
Yeah, man, in those situations, Ethan's going to have to circle out, man, and get off that cage and at least make the judges see that Nick's missing those shots, because if you stand there and you hear the sound, the audio from those shots, it sounds like they're doing damage, but, you know, we don't know what the judges see. So we'll see how this third round goes, man, but I think Ethan's going to have to pick it up a little bit right here.
Yeah, and props to Nick Burge over there. You can see it happen every time. Ethan sets up in that southpaw stance, lets fly that big kick to the side, and he's not letting his hands drift down. He's keeping up a good guard. Sometimes they land. Sometimes he checks them pretty well, but altogether he's keeping his composure.
Yeah, man, like I said, both of these guys have been around for a while. They've trained for a minute.
And Burge fired up.
Yeah, Nick just charged up right there, man. Let's see if Ethan can match that intensity.
Well, we've got 2 minutes for glory here, folks. Final round, El Esparto versus El Nino Blanco.
Get in there, go. Come on, stay circled. There.
Left connection there from Nick Burge to the face of Weaver. Good right hand.
Pressure, yes, let's go. Long fight, baby.
That was a good first exchange right there from both guys. Both guys landed a good shot right there. Nice step through kick by Nick.
Fire back with punches.
I'd like to see more of that jab from Ethan.
Establish a little bit of distance. Quit letting his opponent walk into his space a little bit.
Yeah,
there goes
man.
the stance change.
Yeah, he's letting Nick get in boxing range, and that's what Nick is having the most success. When Ethan keeps him at that sweet spot right there at the end of his shots, that's where he's finding his success.
Yep. Not too many big connections, but you can see those jabs from Weaver are landing. Got his man against the ropes. The fence barred him. Another landed jab.
Good head movement by Nick.
Pressure now, stay glued to it. Let's go. Body. Hey.
This is where Ethan has to continue to circle, man. He can't stand there.
Let's go, Nick.
He can shoot that jab down the pipe right now. Good.
Yes. Let's go.
Connection to the body.
Just keep putting punches on him. Let's go.
Weaver thinks about the southpaw, thinks against it, and takes one off the left side of his chin there.
Man, I'd like to see Ethan throw a rear uppercut, man. Nick's lunging in, coming in with those big shots, dropping his chin, like right there, uppercut.
Yep. Checks the kick again.
Let's go, win this fight.
Good. Right hand, glancing connection. 10 seconds left now. You know they're going to unload it here. Big haymaker. Good connection. 2 shots to the side of Burge. Punches and punches and punches, Omar.
Punches.
Woo!
Man, that's going to be a tight one right there, man. That's going to be a tight one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Obviously, the boxing game much, much better on Burge's side. Weaver able to put in some solid kicks. A lot of loud kicks, too.
A lot of loud kicks, man, but people understand punches more than they understand kicks. So when you see hands starting to fly and you get visual effects of people backing up against the fence, it's not a good visual for the judges. I'm interested to see how this turns out.
Yeah, I don't think I could put it either way, and I'm not willing to make a guess either way. Because this is one where I could very well be wrong.
Hey, man, that's why they let us do this and they let the judges make those calls.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know.
Man, somebody out there flip a coin. Let me know if it's heads for Burge or tails for Weaver. Taking a second to deliberate, as would I.
Yeah, man, once again, another super competitive fight. If it goes to decision, man, we haven't had one-way to traffic all night. The judges have had a tough decision. Either they get to watch a finish or you get to watch a very entertaining fight from start to finish. So, tough job for the judges. I'm glad we get to sit over here and just to talk about it.
Absolutely agree. In this spare moment we have right here, it's probably a good time to shout out one of our sponsors here, Vandal's Street Kitchen, serving up delicious food whenever you may want it. Go and check out Vandal's Street Kitchen, because I'm sure these guys are going to be hungry afterwards. We're going to get done late, so maybe don't go tonight.
Yeah, maybe not tonight, man. So my favorite post-fight meal is definitely Waffle House.
I think that's the consensus here as well.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen Clayton Wilson at Waffle House afterwards.
Here we go.
It looks like Lance is coming to us with a very important decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, following 3 grueling rounds, this decision has gone to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Julie Cleveland, sees this bout with scores of 30-27 for Burge. Your second judge, Robert Pierce, sees this bout 29-28, Weaver. Your third and final judge, Scott Cleveland, sees this bout 29-28 for your winner, out of the blue corner, Nick El Nino Blanco Burge.
Well, there you go, man. We got our decision.
Somebody had to make it, and I can't say I'm upset about it.
No, man. After hearing the numbers right there from the judges, I'm happy with that decision, man. Like I said.